Hello lovely people, this is Kitten. This is your free pattern for January, no, February, the year's going already, I'm filming it in January. If you're on my email list, you will have had a beautiful pattern for a rose flower come through your email. If you're not on my email list, it'll be on the website in the free resources for a short time. But if you want to get a pattern every month and this video that goes with it as a walkthrough, go to the website, link down below, get on the email list. If you've never seen one of my videos before, hi, I'm Kitten. I have a tiny little independent knitting shop in Kendal and I help beginners get to grips with their knitting and make it fun, because that's what it should be. This month we're expanding on our flower techniques that we've been doing for some little while, and we're going to do a rose. You can make it as a stand-up flower on a bit of wire, you could make it as a table decoration, make a brooch out of it. The sky's the limit. It's very, very simple. I'll show you how it goes.
Down a little alley in the heart of Kendal town is a tiny independent yarn shop. Welcome to the wonderful world of the kitten and the goat.
Now then, this is Wendy Supreme, of course, in a nice bright green. Oh, that's a good place, and a bright pink is what happened to be there. Oh dear. Need a band to put your petals on, so we've just cast on and worked three rows, yes. Now we're going to shape for the petals. Full disclaimer, I would normally do this with the green, but I've only got that much left. So I'm not playing yarn chicken because I'm not going to get there very far. So, this one we're going to shape, because it's a rose, I want to make the petal shape at the bottom. Come into focus, I can't see you. Oh dear, me poor eyes. Right, we're going to knit 3, cast off 3. Oh, all fingers and thumbs today. 1, 2, 3. Now when you come to casting off, it's a different action. So casting off, you knit 1, knit another one and cast that off. You knit 1, you knit another one, that's cast off 1. You don't cast off what you've already got. It's a whole new action. So we've cast off 1. We've cast off 2. We've cast off 3. We're going to knit 2. 1, 2. See how we've got 3 now, because there was 1 left for that. So we're going to cast off 3, but we're not going to touch these. We're going to knit 1. We're going to cast off. Oh, come here, little monkey. 1, 2, 3, and you've got that one. See, when you knit 2, you've got 2. That action is exactly the same, however you cast off in the middle, whether it's for buttonholes or to make a hole for a pocket or anything, that is always the same. So I'm going to work all along the end of the row, grab some oxygen and then do the other row. Now we have divided up for our little petals. We're going to try and copy a rose shape and make the first two a bit smaller and more compact, and then these bigger. So some of the petal patterns are slightly different, but they all contain the similar ingredients. Going to knit into the front and then into the back. We're going to knit a stitch, going to knit into the front and then into the back, and then we're going to turn the work around, and we're just going to work on these. You want to go fairly wide with rose petals because they are wide, so we're going to increase some more, front, back, then we're going to knit 2, 3, and then we're going to knit front, back. I'm doing it right on the edge, the increase, because we don't need a smooth line for a petal. They're not perfect circles, they're all higgledy-piggledy, jiggledy-jaggledy, aren't they? So then we're going to repeat that for several more rows. You've got each row written down. Knit front, back, and then the back, knit 7 to the front and the back. Then we're going to work some rows straight, and then we're going to shape the top knitting together. So all your petals basically will kind of be increasing the same way. They might increase different amounts. The shaping at the top be slightly different, and the depth up might be slightly different, but the basic techniques, your front and back, are all the same on all of them. Okay, now we'll have a look at an I chord next in case you don't know that one. The stem of the rose is your good old I chord, and if you've never seen an I chord done before, it's very simple. It's kind of French knitting, but on knitting needles. It's useful for, well, cords obviously, bag handles. I've done it for bag handles on big needles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Works for 6 stitches. Doesn't work much more than that really. Too much for it to go round. But we only want a little stick. Cast on 4. We knit 2, 3. Oops. 4. Okay, work loosely, don't pull. We're going to slip these stitches nice, gently and slowly back onto that. And then we're going to knit 4. Oops, we don't want that in the way. 1, 2, 3. You don't have to do anything, you don't have to pull on anything, just relax. Slip them back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we put them back again. And that, literally, that is it. That is it. That's all you do for an eye cord. As it grows, Stacey, it will make itself round. 2, 3, 4, and we're slipping back. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, daisies. You can hear the rain. Can you hear the rain? This is the tail end of that storm. I think it's going to rain all day. Here's Shane for delivery. Okay. Hi, he hasn't got time to play with you. Is he?
That's all. Cheers, Brandy.
Thank you. Go on. I apologise for Reddy. That's one of his favourite delivery guys. He loves to greet everybody. He gets so excited when people come. So anyway, we signed for the parcel and I've just been passing it back. And knitting round. And you just keep going for as long as you want. You might only want a little tail to make a curl. But once you get a decent size, so you can't see where exactly is the back. There's the back. But once you've got a few rows, it is just a solid round cord. Just cast it off as normal. Put it back. Like that. Oh, concentrate. Oops, oh dear. Just cast off, same as we always cast off. Yarn over. Yarn over. Yarn over. Finish. Snip. Okay, we're going to shape the rows around this. So, this great big complicated little floozy doozy, this is why we cast off a bit of a gap, because we've got so much here to play with. So I'm going to get to grips with this and we'll put this together. Right, so we've got all our bits and pieces. I've lost my stem again. Where does that blooming stem gone? There it is. I keep losing my stem. You've got your stem. You've got your rose part. This is quite big and chunky. This is quite a lot to handle. I've got a barbecue stick. So I'm going to thread that. Just find yourself a little way in and aim it down at a wiggle. But if you keep turning and wiggling, you will be able to get it down the centre of your eye cord. Oops, daisies. Don't want it sticking out, do we? Here we go. That's it. You can use some aluminium wire if you have that. You can make the stem curly to stand on if you prefer. What else could you use? Plastic straw. You might have to put the plastic straw in before you cast off, thinking about it, because I'm not quite sure if that will make its own way down there. Anything that's long and stiff and skinny, I'm sure we can think of some things, but just get that down there. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. If it's too long, you can cut it off. Radical. Okay. It cuts with a pair of scissors, so you can cut it off. I'm not going to worry about it because I've got the point there where I need it. Now, I'm not going to apologise for making a pig's ear of this because, as you can see, my hands are a bit of a muddle. And, yeah, you're going to find this a lot easier than I am. You'll see your petals are slightly different. The idea is you want to start with this end. I've sewn in all the tails, by the way. I've sewn in all the tails, and I've got a thread, a length of pink on a needle to sew it in. But I'm just going to show you how it goes. You want to be fairly tight. So you want to be here. I'll roll in from the side. I would put a couple of stitches just to keep that there. That goes in there. Put a couple of stitches to hold that in here, and you keep that tight because the centre of your roses are tight, aren't they? You're going to bring this one round. Again, stay fairly tight, and then put a couple of stitches down here, put a couple of stitches here just to hold it together, and then we're going to continue rolling. Keep it tight. Again, couple of stitches, couple of stitches. Doing it as you go will make it easier for you to roll, but I'm not going to embarrass myself showing my hands trying to cope with a needle when I don't have to. Line up through the gaps, carry on winding, tight, tight, tight. You can see it's coming already. Get that one there. Secure your petals in place, secure your stem to your stick, keep it tightly round, try and overlap through the gaps. Right, once you've got basic shape and it's all secure, you can start pulling it into the shape. There we go. You can mess about with it as much as you like. Stand him in a vase. There's a pretty pink flower. I think that's lovely. Yeah, fabulous. Well, good luck. You can make them any colour. Make them violet, any colour. Roses come in all sorts of these days, so that's the pattern for your rose for this month. This little video is brought to you as part of our virtual knitting circle. If you join our email list, every month you will get a free knitting pattern pop through your email box. And that's it. You don't have to do any further action. You get a free pattern. I also upload on YouTube a little walkthrough of the pattern, various little tweaks, twiddles and things you might need to know to make it easier for you. And a fortnight later, you get a technique video, usually builds on what we've just made, or it might be I discuss a design feature or something like that, just to build your knowledge bank and help you. If you want to go on and buy the kit, that's fantastic. It's all on the website. We have a website. If you want to buy yarns and wools from us, we'd be exceedingly grateful. We are a tiny little independent knitting shop doing the best to help you knit. See you soon.